Do you have a work injury and you want to know, how can I look up my case on the court website? What kind of information is available there, and do I even have access to this kind of information? Well, stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to go through how exactly to look up your case on the court website, step-by-step instructions, as well as what information is on there and what does this tell you about your case. Hi, I'm Naomi from Gonzalez Law, Legal Insights from California Attorneys. Now today's video, we're talking about how can I look up my case on the court website and what does that tell me? The reason I'm making this video is because we at Gonzalez Law believe very much in empowering clients everywhere through education on the legal process. Being able to look up your case on the court website is empowering because you will have access to information that you may not have had otherwise. To support our mission, just like this video. Okay, so here it is. This is the Electronic Adjudication Management System, EAMS. I will put a link to this page for easy reference. And I need to give a big shout out and thank you to my client, John Rivas, who has so graciously allowed me to use his information to show you how to look up your case on EAMS. All of the information is public record, but still, I would like to give him a big thank you. First, you need to put in the required fields for the person that is requesting this information. Since I am requesting it, I'm going to put in Naomi Gonzalez. The next field is a uniform assigned name, UAN. It is not a required field. Now, you will not have one as an injured worker. Me as a representative do have one, so I will go ahead and put that in. And then I will be putting in the email address for my office. You can put in your personal address. Reason for the search, you should choose the second reason, which is case information search. Then you push next. Here's the actual search page. There's two ways to go about looking for your case. One, you can put in your ADJ, your case number here. Here you can put in your name, first name and last name. And if there's too many entries, you can put in your date of birth to limit your options down. Now, if you're checking to see if your attorney has filed your case, you are not going to be putting in the case number because you won't have it. Instead, you would be doing it just by your name. In this case, we're going to put John and then the last name Rivas, R-I-V-A-S. Then search. So this is somewhat of a common name because there are other John Rivases. However, I'm going to go ahead and click on the first one. Well, there we go. This is the correct one. And the employer is Property Room. So if you were wondering if this was you, you can look to see if that is the correct employer. You can also check to see if that's the correct date of injury. Here, in this case, he has two dates of injury, one that happened on a specific day and one that happened over time. Each one is treated as their own case. They have their own case number here, the ADJ number, and they have their own venue, although usually they are venued in the same place. In this case, it's venued in Pomona, in the Pomona court. So here, let's go on the very top one, the one that happened over time. I'm going to click View Case Detail. This page will tell us actually a lot of information. If John had an upcoming hearing, it would be listed right here. It would have the date of the hearing, the time, the judge that it's before, and the type of hearing, whether it's a settlement conference, a status conference, or a trial. Here we're going to know the body parts. Each body part is done per code. So the arm is a 310, wrist is a 320, and etc. You want to make sure that when you're looking at this, that your attorney did actually file the correct body parts. We have seen instances where attorneys might forget a body part or actually file the wrong part. So if you have any questions on that, you should contact your attorney if you feel like there might have been an error. If you are representing yourself, you may use this page for a lot of good information on filings you have to do. It will have your case number, your place that you need to serve the board, the Pomona board in this instance, and the participants. Any proof of service will need each of these participants by name and address listed on the proof of service. Proof of service should have 1, 2, 3, 4 entries here, and then 5 because you have to serve the board on each one. So make sure you're not forgetting the board whenever you do a proof of service if you are representing yourself. The next thing you want to do is click View Events. This page can have a lot of events or very little. This was a very quick turnaround case. We filed it in February and it was settled by July. That is atypical, not something that happens very often. Therefore, we didn't have a lot of entries here. We had the date that the application was filed when I filed the paperwork with the court. This date, you should take a look at it. If your date here is within 2 weeks or so of your intake meeting with your attorney, that's a good sign. If it's over a month after you met with your attorney, that could possibly be a red flag. There also could be between these two dates some hearing dates, mandatory settlement conferences, OTOC hearings, anything there. However, this was such a short case, so there is nothing in between. So here we have the order approving compromise and release. This date is 7/22/2020. So if I were John and I was looking up my case to see when I can expect my check, I would take a look, and I know that my check is due within 30 days of this date. Now, if it's August 22, 2020, and he still hasn't gotten his check, then he definitely should contact us as soon as possible. If he would have settled via stipulation with request for award, this right here would say order approving stipulation with request for award, or STIP. It would not say CNR, but it would be the same type of thing, and it would have a date there as well. I'm going to go ahead and copy this number here. I'm going to go previous and previous. So as we talked about before, we could just put here the case number. If he already knows his case number, he can type it in here and push search. Now, instead of looking through all the John Revises, he has just his case and he pushes view cases. When you look by case number, you're only going to see the specific case that you're looking up. So that is one thing. If you do have multiple dates of injury, you may not want to do it that way. You may want to look up via your name and date of birth, because that's the easiest way to get all your cases. But if you just have one, it's just as easy to look it up via case number. Now that you know how to look up your case, I hope you have smooth sailing the whole rest of your claim. But if you have other questions, feel free to give us a call or text us consult, and we'll be very happy to discuss your case with you. Thank you. Bye.